I have a second channel, Cube Compium TDX.
Hey everybody, hope you all are doing well during this coronavirus pandemic. I know this has affected people in many different ways, from perhaps losing your job or to working from home or just severe cabin fever or what have you. I know a lot of you guys probably right now are depending on sites like Facebook more than ever. So it got me to thinking. Facebook has done some ridiculous stuff over the past 10 years. See, back in 2011, I started a series of videos called Let's Talk About Facebook. And from 2011 to 2013, I put together 4 videos. And like I say, that was a while ago. 4 videos of just ranting about some of the most ridiculous things that Facebook at the time was doing. But I figured, it's been, 7 years now since I last posted a video like this, and I was like, it's time for an update. So, let's talk about Facebook, episode 5. So if you'd like to go watch the older episodes, check out the playlist on my channel, Let's Talk About Facebook episodes. I can say this, that my video skills were definitely not nearly what they are now, so just pardon me on that. Of course, I do have a touch of autism. I have Asperger's syndrome, more or less. So just bear with me. But if you want to go check those out, check them out. But maybe you don't want to. I don't know. I'll go and just start out with a review. So there was once upon a time when Facebook was simply a social networking site where you could sign up and add people as friends without having to worry about ridiculous overzealous anti-spam measures. You could send messages to people whether they're your friend or not. I mean, it was simple. When you went to send a friend request to somebody, you could add a little note into the friend request to tell the person who you was. That way they know who you are. But around 2010 to 2011, Facebook started to really crack down more or less on some anti-spam measures, and they got a little overzealous with them. I'll be honest, they got a bit ridiculous. So a lot of you guys may not realize this, but there was a time that Facebook acted like Big Brother was watching over you. When you went to click that Add as Friend button, or now known as the Add Friend button, if you click that Add Friend button and the person declined your friend request, they had a little questionnaire that would ask them, do you know this user outside of Facebook? Yes or no. And more or less, actually, if they declined it or they accepted it, they would get this question. See, Facebook, the way they see their site, it's a place where you can add your existing friends that you know personally. It's just more or less a place to connect with people you already know. Forget about meeting new people. That's off the table on Facebook according to their community standards. I mean, if you go look at their community standards, you may find wording saying that you should only add people who you should only send friend requests to people you know personally. Blah 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 blah. I know many people who may send friend requests to people they don't exactly know, but may have some mutual friends with. And I personally don't see anything wrong with that. But Facebook, they're Facebook. So I'll be honest with you. This has really been this way. I guess it's been this way throughout the whole decade, to be honest, because even recently they've done some pretty ridiculous things, and I'll talk about that here in this video. But so used to be Facebook was really like Big Brother watching over you. They would anytime you would add somebody as a friend, that person would get the questionnaire after they accepted or rejected their friend request, where it would ask them if they knew if do you know this person outside of Facebook, yes or no. And also there were also times to where you went to add somebody as a friend and it would simply not allow you. It would say, do you know this user outside of Facebook? To prevent use, it'll say, do you know this person personally? To prevent misuse of Facebook, this friend request cannot be sent. and there was a little link to report a problem. This happened to me several times, and I'll tell you the most awkward time it ever happened was when I was sitting in a college class during some free time in a college class, and I wanted to add my classmate as a friend. I mean, they were sitting right there at another desk right nearby, and I had my laptop out, and I clicked add friend on their page, and it popped up the little message saying, do you notice user personally? To prevent misuse of Facebook, this friend request cannot be sent. So I had to ask them to add me as a friend. So yeah, Facebook still does sort of this in a way, and like I mentioned, I'll talk about that. So the thing about Facebook is, maybe this doesn't happen to everybody, but I guess it happens more with the people who do not send friend requests really often, like me. I don't click add friend very often on people's pages. I mean, most of the time people send me friend requests. That's probably the biggest reason why I have the amount of friends I have. Because I'll tell you, clicking that add friend button, you are ultimately putting your whole account at risk of being shut down, or at the minimum, being banned from sending friend requests from 2 to 30 days. Now, this may seem kind of crazy. You think, man, like, is he crazy? No, this is really true. This actually has happened to people. People have been shut down. I mean, their accounts have been shut down because Facebook thought they were a spam bot and sending friend requests just left and right to people they didn't know. And it was late 2011. I'll never forget it. Late 2011. I wanted to add somebody from high school. I knew the person personally. Yeah, I knew them. And I think I'm actually friends with them now. But I went to add them, and the little box popped up saying, do you know this user personally? To prevent misuse of Facebook, this friend request cannot be sent. So later on I tried to add them again. I think what it was, I clicked the add friend button a few more times, and eventually Facebook logged me out and said, please log in and continue. And then more or less gave me this ridiculous message, more or less just shaming me for adding strangers as friends, even though I was adding people I knew personally as friends on Facebook. And I had to click next, and then it said friend requests have been blocked for 2 days. And it asked me to acknowledge. And say, yeah, I acknowledge. And that was the end of it. But that happened to me years ago. So it's intimidating, at least I can say it's kind of intimidating to add for me personally. To me, it's intimidating to connect with people and add people as friends when, let's say, somebody mistakenly denies you or whatever, and you end up running the risk of getting blocked from sending friend requests for a random amount of time. See, what it is Facebook's algorithms. Their algorithms are what do this. It's not usually done by manual review. It's done by the computer. It analyzes the number of friend requests you send, and it compares it with the number of accepted requests and the number of rejected requests. And once you hit a certain threshold of rejected requests, Facebook punishes you. So, in the case where you don't send many friend requests, it doesn't take many friend requests at all for you to get blocked from sending friend requests to people. So, yeah, I know I've been talking about this for a little while. So let's move on to something else. What else? Oh, yeah. So back in, 2012? No, excuse me, around 2010, Facebook overhauled the messages function. Used to be Facebook messages. Now, some of y'all may be too young to really remember this, or you might have been too young to have a Facebook account at this point. But there was once upon a time that Facebook messages were pretty much like email. You would click message and you would enter a subject and you would enter a message and click send. But around 2010, Facebook overhauled the messages system to be more of a chat-based message system, where you couldn't go back and delete one message actually, yeah, you can do that now. They have fixed that, but there was a point in time to where you pretty much you couldn't just go back and delete one message. You had to delete the whole thread. And you couldn't start a whole new thread after, like, let's say you click on your friend's page and you message them. You can't just start a new message with a new subject bar and what have you. Think of Nextdoor, for example, if you know what Nextdoor is. Facebook's messaging system used to be more like Nextdoor, but Facebook overhauled that in 2010 to make it into chat. And while that's not exactly a bad thing, I mean, I'm okay with it now personally. But what I wasn't okay with was the fact that Facebook tried to more or less create their own email service through that. And in 2012, at one point, they did a little silent switcheroo of the listed email on your profile. So if you listed your personal email address in your About Me in your Facebook profile, Facebook actually hid that from public or friends or whatever, and they switched it around to their own email address, which will be your Facebook username at facebook.com. And I imagine some of you guys watchers may never knew. At one point, you may have had a Facebook email address. I'm sure you probably never knew that, but you probably did. I did. Because I remember having to go into my account settings and hide that stupid thing and replace it with my actual email address that I had shared with my friends at the time. And that's ridiculous. Facebook did this without telling anybody. So, yeah. At one point, they tried to be your email service too. And oh yeah, while we're on the subject of Messenger, around 2012, I want to guess, Facebook implemented some new anti-spam features into the message system to where if you weren't a confirmed friend with somebody, you sent the message, it didn't go to their inbox, it went to this other folder. So you had your inbox and you had your other folder. It was ridiculous. So if you went to your message, you would say inbox and you'd have other in faint text. So inbox, other. And I tell you, it's ridiculous. On the subject of friend requests, see, I don't know if this is the same now, but if you go look in Facebook's community standards about friends, or adding friends on Facebook, at one point, or they may still do, recommend you to send a message to a person you want to add as a friend. That way they know who you are to help prevent your friend request from getting declined. Because anytime you get a declined friend request, that puts a mark against your account. Yeah, Facebook is like Big Brother. They watch and see how many requests get declined, and after a certain number, they go after you. Block your friend request blocked from 2 to 30 days. But how the heck can you message somebody when if they're not your confirmed friend? The message goes to the other folder. So, yeah, it's literally like going into Microsoft Word, typing up a letter, and just click and close and click Do Not Save. Just wasting your time. It's just wasting your time. It gets better. I think it was around 2013 or 2012, one of those years. Facebook started to get, and it's funny. Now, I don't think it says this now, but when you go to the Facebook login page, it used to say Facebook is free and always will be, but yet they started monetizing the message feature. So if you want to message somebody who wasn't your confirmed friends, you had the option of sending it to the other folder I told you about, or send this message to their inbox for $1. Yeah, Facebook for a while was charging you. They were charging you $1 to send a message to somebody who's not your confirmed friends. And there was one time where I literally was trying to get in contact with somebody who wasn't my confirmed friend. Guess what? I had to spend $1 to get that message to them because of Facebook's ridiculous policy at the time. Now that went away, but there was also a time where if you posted something on your timeline, Facebook offered the functionality of keep it up top for $7. Yeah, Facebook would, if you paid Facebook $7, they will keep your post up top from where your friends will see. Otherwise, they'll go down the page real quickly, depending on the number of friends you have. it was ridiculous. I'll be honest. And there was also a point in time where, you see, now I will be honest, sending birthday wishes to people is a simple thing nowadays. They did revert it back to being simple, but there was once upon a time to where if you sent somebody a birthday wish, if you like from your Facebook home feed on a computer, it would offer you to send them a gift for $1, $5, $10, $20, whatever you want to send them. Yeah, I'm sure Facebook got a cut of that. So yeah, Facebook for a while was monetizing the birthday, the birthday wish functionality. Send them a gift. Send them a gift. No, thank you. I think I'll send them a card, or I'll send them some cash, or I'll send them a real gift. I'll give it directly to them in person. Yeah. Yeah, it's really something. So while we're still on the subject of Messenger, Facebook did away with the send a message to $1 to the inbox or send to the other folder. Heck, they got rid of the other folder completely. Well, not completely. They just renamed it. Now it's called Message Request. So at the time, it seemed like the big solution to fix everything regarding Facebook Messenger. If you want to send somebody a message that wasn't a confirmed friend, you could send them a message and it'd be in the form of a message request. And back when this was first implemented, if you messaged somebody who wasn't your confirmed friend, they wouldn't get a message notification in their inbox. They'd get a Facebook notification saying, so-and-so would like to connect with you. And you would click it, and then you would see new message request from so-and-so. But it wasn't long after that Facebook decided, okay, our utmost importance is not to bug the user. We can't bug this person. We don't want to bother you, so we won't send you a notification about that message request. So nowadays, if you send somebody a message that's not your confirmed friend, not only does it go to the message request, they don't get notified about it. And it's there for a while. Now, I'm not 100% certain on this, so don't quote me on it, but there for a while, on mobile devices, message requests did not show up. But I think they do now. But you go into Messenger, more or less, you would typically find out about the message request the next time you clicked into Facebook Messenger and looked at your message, because at top it would say new message request from so and so, and you would click it, and you would have the option to accept it and reply back to them or deny it and block them from ever sending you a message ever again. So it was something in it. But let's see, there's also on top of message requests, there's also the filter requests, or the filter messages. Sometimes the messages wouldn't even go to your message request, they just go to the filter. And see, what's so ridiculous, I see this all the time. I'm actually in several groups on Facebook, and it's not uncommon for someone to need to message somebody who's in a group with you but not a friend with you. That message would just go as a message request to them, and they may never know about it. So, yeah, they may never know about it. So a lot of times, people would have to leave a comment somewhere in the group saying, so-and-so, I sent you a message. I got a better example for you. Recently, a guy who lives probably 30 minutes from here, he actually, it's kind of an interesting thing. I ain't gonna really share the details of it, but the guy was trying to reach out to somebody in my family, and of course my information's kind of out there, so he messaged me on Facebook. Well, I didn't see anything about it. I didn't get any notification. So he had to leave a comment on one of my posts, just a random post I had publicly shared. He had to leave a comment saying, "I'm trying to reach out to you about something. Can you check your messages? Thanks." And I go to Messenger, and there's his message request sitting there. I forget how long it been sitting there, but it's ridiculous. And the only reason he was even able to leave a comment is because I actually have my Facebook set to where visitors can leave comments, whether they're confirmed friends or not. So if it weren't for that, he would have never. I would have never known about his messages until I randomly checked Messenger the next time. So Facebook, it's ridiculous. I understand there's a purpose for anti-spam, for spam protection measures, but let's not get too carried away here. And back on the subject of friends, I forgot this and I just remembered. Facebook not only when their algorithm, it not only looks at the number of declined friend requests that you've sent, the more or less friend requests you sent and the person deleted them. It also factors in requests that have been sent but have not been answered. Unless you send some of a friend request but they have not confirmed nor denied it. Their algorithm considers not only declined friend requests, but it also considers unanswered friend requests the same way when it factors in when to block you next for when to block you from adding people as friends. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, let's not forget that not everybody gets on Facebook every single day of the week to check their friend request, or they may not get on very often, and a friend request may sit there for a period of time. Let's say you add some people as friends, you send friend requests to some people on Facebook, but you may not realize, oh, they don't get on Facebook that much. So you have several of these friend requests sitting unanswered. And if you pop a certain amount, or if you send enough friend requests in a day, Facebook will block you from sending friend requests because they think you're going too fast. Now, here's another thing, and I don't know, I can't really validate this, but there was a rumor that at one point, and this may not be the case anymore, but at one point there was a cap limit of 5,000 friends on Facebook. You couldn't have any more than 5,000 friends. Otherwise, you had to create a Facebook page, better than a personal account. Now, a lot of people will never hit that 5,000 cap, but some people will. And it's just like, come on, seriously. So, that's one thing. The friend requests, you got to be careful about sending friend requests on Facebook, otherwise you might get banned from the site, or you might get friend requests suspended or blocked for a certain amount of time. And also, another thing, if you send too many messages to people and they get declined, even if it was good intent, if let's say, if enough people click, I don't want to hear from this person on Facebook, guess what? You'll get blocked from sending messages from probably 2 to 30 days. Those are just some absolutely ridiculous anti-spam measures. So, another thing that I find ridiculous of Facebook is how the blocking works on Facebook. So, let's say if you block somebody on Facebook, or they block you, you can't see them and they can't see you. But, here's the thing. Any comments that you've left on anything of theirs, or any of their comments they left on anything of yours, or any of their comments, any of your comments or whatever, you get the idea. Any comments that they left or you left anywhere on Facebook that you otherwise would be able to see, you and them can't see them, but anybody else can. For example, let's say if I leave a comment on somebody's Facebook page, or a profile rather, and they don't delete the comment but block me, that may get the impression, oh, the comment's gone. No, it's not. It's still there. Just you and I can't see it, but everybody else can. Did you know that can be exploited? It can be exploited. That's something that really ought to be looked into. Personally, when somebody blocks you, or you block somebody, not only should you not be able to see each other like the way it works, but it should hide any of your content that you post, comments or whatever, or their content that they post on, let's say, on your account. It should hide any shared content between the two accounts. It should hide it from everybody. It shouldn't be where it can be accessible by somebody else. That's something that really should be looked into. Oh, and another thing. I currently manage 2 Facebook pages. Cube Computer Company and Cube Comp MTTX. No, I don't get on them very much anymore. I don't have the time. I'm always dealing with something else. But I do have those 2 pages. I do post updates sometimes. I used to do it more often. I probably should get back into a regular schedule on that. Yeah, I know. But There was one thing that just absolutely, well, no, there's a couple of things that absolutely just aggravated the crap out of me about Facebook pages for businesses or whatever. You know, I mean, Facebook pages, they're actually a pretty nice thing. You can create a page on Facebook about your dog or your cat or yourself as a public figure, or you can create a Facebook page for your small business or what have you. It's a nice thing to have, and you can use it if you want to spend money. You can use it as a platform to get, I guess, raise your fan base or raise your, get customers or whatever your page is for. But if you're just creating a Facebook page just to create a Facebook page, you probably don't care about metrics about, like, for example, response rate to your messages or boosting posts and stuff like that. Now, Facebook pages, honestly, I would say, are one of the biggest ways Facebook pays their own bills. I mean, think about it. A lot of Facebook's revenue comes from ads. I mean, well, all of it really comes from, the majority of it comes from ads. And a lot of those ads, a lot of that is either ads themselves or boosted posts by pages or what have you. Sponsored posts. I'm sure you've probably seen sponsored posts on Facebook. That's what that is. So, for somebody like me who doesn't really care to boost my content, well, I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I personally don't care. I don't need to, like, for example, if I go to my Cube Company page or Cube Company VDX, I have to scroll and scroll and scroll past all the crap before I finally get to my first post. And there's no way to just get rid of the junk unless I visit the page under, let's say, a different account or whatever. It's ridiculous. And also, there's a reason why I have messaging disabled on Cube Company and Cube Company VDX. It's because I would get messages about just random stuff, which that alone didn't really bother me too much. But let's say somebody had sent me a message and I wasn't really inclined to respond to it for whatever reason. Guess what? Facebook will nag you as a page manager. Respond to so and so to maintain your response rate. You know what these metrics remind me of? Working in retail. So I worked in Staples. I worked at Staples for about 3 months back in 2014 as a Easy Tech technician. I don't need to be reminded of working in retail every time I visit my pages, Facebook. I don't need all this metrics crap. I just want to be able to post stuff on my page, not get nagged to boost this or boost that, or respond to this person to maintain your response rate. I mean, I didn't know I was working in a call center. Am I working in a help desk or am I managing a Facebook page? Come on. Yeah. So, let's go and go back to the subject of friend requests and messages. As far as how that kind of stuff works today. See, we're all human. We make mistakes. Somebody may send us a friend request and we may deny it by mistake. See, used to be with Facebook years ago. When somebody sent you a friend request and you declined it, they could still add you as a friend later on, like soon or the next day or whatever. Now, yeah, that could be annoying, but there's a workaround for that. Facebook did offer the option to stop that person from adding you as a friend. I mean, you could block them, or you could click no on the answer. Do you know this person outside of Facebook? Yes or no. And there for a while, Facebook just had a little checkbox. If you deleted a friend request, it had a little checkbox saying you check this to prevent this person from sending a friend request in the future. And if you check it, it would say this person will no longer be able to send you friend requests. Well, now Facebook, they do that automatically more or less. So, let's say somebody adds you as a friend. Let me word this a little better. Let's say you meet somebody here in the neighborhood, or let's say you meet somebody at church, or you meet somebody at school, or whatever, and you become friends with them. And let's say you meet them recently and you send them a friend request on Facebook. let's say they've been busy, they forgot they didn't know, or they didn't know your full name or whatever it was, and without thinking they clicked decline. Or let's just say somebody mistakenly hits the delete button instead of confirm because they're right next to each other. And I say this can be pretty easy. This can be an easy mistake to make on a phone. Let's say you accidentally tap delete. You can't simply undo that, and guess what? That person will not be able to send you a friend request for a full year. Yeah. The add friend button will disappear when they go to visit your Facebook page or your profile. That add friend button is now gone. It will not reappear for a full year. Now, I can sort of see the logic behind this, but a full year? Really? Come on. So, let's say this happens to you. Let's say you mistakenly hit delete on a friend request. You can't undo it. I mean, you can mark it as spam and they won't be able to ever send you a friend request ever again, and they might get banned from sending friend requests from 2 to 30 days. There's no option to undo that unless, I mean, the only option really is to ask that person. Oh no, excuse me, no, I had it backwards. The only option for you is to go to that person's page and add them as a friend. But let's say for some reason that button is not there. I mean, there's reasons why it couldn't be there, due to privacy settings or what have you. Let's say you click add a friend and they mistakenly hit delete. Guess what? Y'all can't add each other as a friend for a full year. And there's no undo option. There's no unspam option. There's no option to allow this person to click. There's no option for the add friend button to show back up on your page for them. It's not there. I mean, I recently took some time to look through forums online. Facebook help forums are about as useless as it gets because Facebook don't usually respond to them anyway. But I seen posts from people saying, "Help! I mistakenly deleted friend requests, and they can't add me as a friend anymore. Their add friends button goes gone. I can't unspam this friend request. How do I get it back? How can this person add me as a friend?" Or I also go to their page and I can't add them as a friend either. And there's no definite answer on how to undo it. There's no definite option there to unblock the person from sending you friend requests. It's automated by Facebook. If you decline a friend request, bam, 1 year, instant. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So if people make a mistake, not only does it penalize the sender, it blocks them for a full year from sending a friend request to you. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh, and here's another good one. This has to do with Facebook reviews and recommendations. See, page owners, they have the opportunity to delete reviews that they pretty much disagree with. I mean, forget the fact whether it's a legit review or not. I mean, there was once upon a time that my mom, she bought a used car from a local car dealer, and it was more or less, she was misled into it being a decent car when it had lots of problems with it, and they managed to band-aid some issues with the car for a test drive, and when she brought it back after the test drive, saying I'm interested in it, the dealer was like, "Okay, look, we're going to take it back to do some cleaning." Yeah, ridiculous, because the car was already clean. But what they really did is they undone the bandages and more or less sold them the car. And then soon after the sale of the vehicle, they started having problems left and right with it. And that car dealer was just a real pain to deal with. So you know what? Sometime later on, I decided, I'm going to leave them a review. And it wasn't nasty, but it was critical, but it wasn't nasty, and it wasn't anything that would be considered a violation of like a policy. It was about the Facebook page's content. It was about the car dealer and a bad issue that we had with them. It was more or less a critical review. Well, the car dealer was like, okay. When they saw it reviewed, it was like, well, no, we're not going to have this shown on our page. We're going to report this review right now. And guess what? Facebook took it down. Yeah. And I got this nice little warning message on Facebook, well, let's say, accusing me of leaving a review that did not align with the page's standards, or didn't align with more or less the Facebook community standards, or it didn't align with the content of the page, or blah blah blah. So, it's okay. I'm going to go back to this dealership and have a look. And they had all 5 and 4 star reviews, no negative reviews at all. But if I wanted to like Yelp or some other site or Google reviews, then I'd see lots of bad reviews there. So yeah, Facebook reviews on pages for company pages, business pages, they can be biased, thanks to Facebook more or less siding with the page owner over critical reviews. Yeah, so just a heads up, if you're looking into using a service from a company or a car dealer or what have you, don't just solely go by the Facebook reviews for that company, because those reviews can be biased. Oh yeah, I just about forgot, so I'm actually adding this separate little clip into this video, but I just thought of another thing that I'm finding pretty dang annoying about Facebook, and that's the fact that apparently on the desktop interface to the web browser, you can't really turn off voice and video chat. Sure, there is a little option when you click on the gear at the bottom of the chat bar on the side of Facebook. It does have an option that says turn off video chat, more or less turn off video chat and voice calls. But if you click it, it doesn't really seem to turn it off. How? How do I know this? Well, the other night I was in the kitchen cooking supper, and all of a sudden you hear this random phone ring. I'm like, I don't know how a phone sounds like that. Next thing I know, Facebook Messenger. There's a call coming in. Somebody's trying to call me on Facebook. And I don't really care much for accepting calls on Facebook really at all, but especially on the computer, maybe on my smartphone, sure. But not on the computer. But there's no real definite way to turn this off. And in fact, Facebook is they're doing the best they can to push the video chat functionality, because recently, hover over a person's name on the web browser interface and you get the little hover card, you'll have the friend status, and of course if you're friends, you'll have, instead of just a regular message button, you'll have a message button, a call button, and a video chat button. So they more or less took out the single messaging button and replaced it with a chat, a phone symbol for calling, and a video symbol for video chat. And this is practically all over the site. And I can tell you, I checked settings, and I know for a fact that video chat is supposed to be turned off according to the settings, because there's an option now that says to turn on video chat and voice calls. But even with that toggled off, I still get phone calls and video chat calls on Messenger, and I always have to decline them every single freaking time. Jeez, is that wonderful? So anyways, yeah, I mentioned quite a few different things about Facebook, and again, the two biggest, I'd say the two biggest things that have stuck for the past 10 years are the overzealous spam protection policies on friend requests and messages. I mean, dang. I thought the purpose of Facebook was to be able to be able to connect with people you know personally and stuff like that. I mean, hey, I've had friend requests blocked for 2 days for adding people I knew as friends. And there have been a few times to where I need to get in touch with somebody, but I didn't know their email address, but I'd found on Facebook. And yeah, of course, the way Facebook Messenger is, either I had to pay $1 to get the message in their inbox, or with a later style, with the message request, I had to send them a message and they go to the message request, and I had to go find somewhere on their profile in front of their friends and everybody and leave a comment saying, "Hey, I left you a message. Please, I want to say, hey, I'm so and so. I sent you a message on Facebook about such and such. Can you go read it? Thanks." And it's like, come on. There was once upon a time where messages got sent regardless of friend status, and Facebook wasn't like Big Brother watching over you on your friend requests. Now, I do think there should be some anti-spam protection measures in place on Facebook and sites like it, but let's not get carried away with it. Let's not block friend requests for a year just because I accidentally clicked decline on the person's friend requests. That's probably the most asinine thing I've ever seen about Facebook. It's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. I mean, heck, somebody I knew this week they accidentally declined my friend request. And I spoke with them recently, and I say, look, I think you may have mistakenly declined my friend request. I'm like, oh crap, I did. I'm sorry. And they're like, well, you're going to add me as a friend because I won't be able to send you a friend request for another year. Yeah, that's Facebook. But somehow they still managed to be popular. I'm surprised. In a way, I'm surprised. But yeah, that's Facebook. That's how they are. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, thanks for watching. Well, everybody, that's it for this video. But don't forget, there's a lot more interesting stuff on the channel to check out. Also, if this is your first time visiting this channel, feel free to subscribe to keep your channel. And also, don't forget to tick the bell so that way you'll get notified of new video posts. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. But if you really didn't like it, there is the alternative option available as well. Also, feel free to check out my second channel, CubeCompMTDX. There you'll find videos about bicycling, weather, elevator tours, and all sorts of other neat, interesting stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to come back, and thank you for your support.